Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Moyo K channel name. So today not today, obviously, like a few months back, I did a braids on wig, and if you guys wish to see it, keep on watching. Okay, so let's start off. You guys, this mannequin has been with me for ages and I'm pretty sure it's already crying for help. So of course, put your wig cap on your wig, and that's the frontal lace I'll be using. And there's really no need to measure it since it's not like a full Swiss lace and it already comes pre-cut. So I'm just going to try to straighten it out in a way to stand, and obviously not everything will get on the frontal, on the wig rather. Not everything will get on the wig, not all the frontal will get on the wig. So just try to straighten that out with a thumb stack, and once that is straightened out, I'm going to go ahead to sew it in. Yeah, just keep on watching. Obviously I'm not going to talk all through this video because I can't stress. So you guys, what new information is there? I obviously have been MIA for the longest time, and I'm pretty sure you don't care, but I like to feel important. So whether you care or you don't care, that's your headache. Yeah, after that is done thumb stacking, I'll go ahead to sew it. So for sewing it, I don't really start from the end. I sew from few meters, I'll be few centimeters away from the end, and then I walk my way to the end, and then I sew back to the other end, if that makes any sense. So that's basically what and this thread is very long. Don't forget to knot it once or twice and go ahead to sew the remaining. So I'm going to sew it to the end of that blue pin. Obviously remove the blue pin and come back to sew it. So I'm going to sew it to the end of that blue pin and then sew it to the end of the other side. Yeah. Okay, so what gist do I have for you people? I've just been really, I won't say busy with life, more like being lazy actually. And well, I have seen a tremendous growth on my channel. That's because of one video that has kind of boosted this channel, and a lot of you may have subscribed from me from that channel because I got like almost half of you guys from just that video, rather. Just want to say thank you actually, because well, even with my lazy and inconsistent nature, you are still on here, and I hope this video came at the right time and it doesn't disappoint some of you. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So now I'll just play music until I'm done sewing this in. So after sewing, I go ahead to cut the black cap out, and yeah, obviously use your scissors and make sure you do it carefully so you won't end up cutting the net, the frontal net along with it. So just cut that out and be easy with it. So yeah, a part of this clip that is not included is that I went ahead to trace my edges. I went ahead to trace, like, map up my hair line on the head, and of course also map up my ear line as well. But I didn't really show that part because I was doing it in the mirror and my phone was in one place, so I didn't want to take it along with me. Yeah, so after mapping out the ear line and the other lines, I go ahead to, what do I go ahead to do? I don't know why I'm showing you guys the side of the hair. Oh yeah, I go ahead to braid it. So I'm just basically showing you how I spaced it out with a pin, with a thumb stack. Funny enough, I thought I mapped out this stuff before I started, but well, you can never know. Anyway, yeah, so I just go ahead to line it out with thumb stack and just show you guys how I'm doing it. So since this is a big braid, a medium sized braid, actually it's not really a big braid, and I just go ahead to, of course, put my extensions underneath that thumb stack, because I just want to follow the mapping, and then I'll go ahead to fill out the remaining in the middle of each of the braids. At this point, I feel like I'm just talking too much and nothing I'm saying makes sense, but I hope you understand anyway. Yeah, so you know what, let's just go to music. I feel like you understand better when you're not listening to me and just watching me instead. So to braid, I just go ahead to put that in the middle there, and of course knot it once, and then go ahead to make it into 3 parts and go ahead to braid. That's basically all concerning this. And the one I put in the middle that I knot on top of it, that one is more like it's a little bit smaller than the other 2 that were there before. So if you go ahead to double it, there is no really like improper sizing. Instead, the 3 of them are actually the same size, because the one that goes ahead from being 2 to being 1 is a little bit smaller. So of course half plus half equals 1 basically. So yeah, I feel, no, never mind, you know what, just watch. So now I go ahead to overlap it. That's filling the spaces in between as I go upwards the wig. So basically filling the spaces in the middle as I go up. So this line is in the middle, the next line too will be in the middle, the next line will be in the middle, basically. Also, one more thing, just in case it's important to you, I'm not really braiding to the end of the braids. I'm just kind of stopping at a certain point and dropping it, because I know I'll end up putting beads in it. So now I'm just going to go ahead to line the parts, to line the front, and I'm going to be doing 1 inch spacing. So basically in every 1 inch a new row will form, in every 1 inch a new row will form. So now I'm just lining it up to get my middle line, so I can draw that down. And once my middle line is drawn down, I'll go ahead to start spacing them out from there. So yeah, that's the middle line, and then I'll just go ahead to start spacing out from there. told you guys, this is the first time I'm actually trying to do a frontal, and it came out quite nice. This is not the first time. Actually, the first time was when I was like braiding on the frontal, not actual braids on the frontal. Like I was doing actual weaving on the frontal, but not braids on the frontal. But now I'm actually braiding on the frontal, and I'm starting from scratch. So yeah, it was actually a very interesting thing. And well, so yeah, just go ahead to map out 1 inch of box as well. So everything is basically 1 inch of spacing, so it's like a square. 1 inch, 1 inch, all sides are 1 inch. And just go ahead to, obviously it's not going to be 1 inch equal because I did freehand for the lining, but regardless, it's just approximately 1 inch for most of it. Yeah. To make this video very detailed, I kind of spaced it out. So the ventilation video has kind of gone out since a month or 2 weeks ago, and yeah, if you guys want to watch that video, I'm going to link the cards and the link in the description box. The card is going to be in the upper right corner, and the link is going to be in the description box, so you can go ahead to watch the ventilation video because I'm so not going into details here. And this video is obviously going to be divided into 3 parts. This is the second part. The ventilation video was the first part, and the beading and the trimming and all the last finishes are going to be in the third part. So yeah, if you want to see the end result, obviously subscribe and watch the third parts. I'm just breaking too much, so bye. Not bye, actually. We'll see you guys in the next clip. To be honest, yeah, at this part of the video, I was already repeating this mannequin because you have come a long way. This is 2 months later, literally 2 months or 3 months or even 4 months later. I started this on February, I ended June. So this is literally 4 months later, and this mannequin was suffering. It was already crying for help, basically. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead to start braiding the frontal, and this is the ventilation already done. So just go ahead to braid the frontal, and to be honest, it's like every other normal braid. You start like knotless braid, and then you kind of put in your braids afterwards. So just go ahead to loosen up what I've already done, and then I'll braid afterwards. If you know how to braid hair, this shouldn't be a hassle to you. Hopefully it won't be a hassle to you. So yeah. And of course, knitting the parts with either a shine and jam or a gel, because some may have gelled up together, or they may have like matted together, because I kind of left them out for quite a bit before I started braiding it. So they would have matted together. Just go ahead to make sure the parts are straight, everything is straight, and use a gel or whatever to kind of neaten it out. So yeah, braid 1, 2, or 3, and go ahead to add in your feeding. I'm sorry, but the mannequin is not really steady because I'm using my ring light tripod stand to hold it, and it's not an actual mannequin stand I'm using to hold the mannequin, so it's not really steady.
yeah, that's why there's a lot of shaking, but I hope you guys are able to follow regardless. So after braiding that in, I'll just go ahead to feed it in. I don't know why I'm braiding this one for long, but I think it's because this is thicker than the rest of the braids, because for the first few ventilations I did, it was kind of thick because I was not able to pick one, unlike when I got to the middle of the braids. And just make sure that your frontal is not crumbling up with the braids you're tightening. Just make sure you stretch it out and it doesn't crumble up to the weaving instead of being on its own, so your frontal doesn't really look messy. Just make sure you do it neatly and everything goes on well. So I'm just showing you guys the progress so far. So these are the ones I've been able to do, and then the ones I've not done are the ones tied in that red knots up. Yeah, so that's how it's looking. So let's just go ahead to do the remaining. Obviously losing the braids and braid it out.
Notice I'm kind of using an old extension to make this hair, because why buy new stuff when you already had the good ones and they can still turn out to look good? So obviously go ahead to braid, and I'm just trying to make sure everything, I'm trying to hide in the space as much as I can. So after braiding in, there's really no method to hiding in the space. You just have to use your sense and just, do whatever you think is right. And yeah, just keep on braiding until you get what you want. I just wanted to make this. I tried to film this from a lot of angles because my camera, the mannequin kept on shaking. So regardless of the angle I filmed from, it was still shaking. But I just tried to make sure that it was understandable and it was clear enough, regardless of whatever angle or wherever I filmed from, to the extent that I had to hold this stuff with my leg so it won't shake. That's to show you guys how much I care for you. So of course, please subscribe for the next part that to come, and see you guys in the next videos, because this is almost over. Yeah. Of course, see you guys in the next videos, and make sure you subscribe if you want to watch part 3 of this braids. I try to make it not long, so of course you click on the video, you watch, and you get the explanation you need. So bye, see you.